streaming and start recording. Okay. And let me check. Are we live?
I would live myself, but I am currently in a cabin because I'm letting my roommate take my living room.
That's fair. Okay.
Hopefully, acoustics are not too bad.
No, sounds great.
It's fine.
Hoping that we're live. Okay, I think we are now. But I'm gonna double check first. Because I'm old. And I'm using my phone to check things. Yes, okay, we are live. So, hi, everyone. Anyone who is here. Welcome to the Kitsu Anime Awards announcements. I wanted to apologize for not getting a video out there. We've all had a lot of life things happening in succession, and hopefully next year we'll have a more organized, fancy schmancy thing going on. But for now, we're just going to kind of go through and announce our winners. This is our crew of people who worked really hard on the background of stuff. So we have Brad, who does our spreadsheets and helps organize all our nominees. And then we have Reina, who's worked on our website alongside Gakumine, and also help with graphics and all of that fun stuff. And then we have AZ, who helps go through all of the nominees as well, and also helps make GIFs for the website, which they look excellent as always. And yeah, so we're going to kind of go through our winners here, discuss them, and I will post a list on Kitsu after the fact. Let me, oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to post, but I already posted a couple minutes ago, so we should be good. Okay, so I guess we can start with music nominees. If we want to get started. And Raina,
I'll be
are you
heading
going to
off
peace
then.
out?
I was just here to say hi and I'll be gone. Bye
Thank you
bye.
for popping in.
Thank you, Reina. You're the best.
Okay, so we're going to announce some music winners. Brad, do you have the list? Okay, that's okay. Would you like me to send it to you, or do you want me to just say it? I'll send it to you? Okay. Because I know that we... Okay, so I'm just going to pop a picture because I hand wrote my little list here because I'm just like that. Okay, and I'm sending it in the chat now. So Brad's going to announce our music winners because we all know Brad's the music guy. Okay. Yes, Brad has to do a little switcheroo here with his mic situation. We were having some technical difficulties earlier with the whole mic thing going on. That works.
Okay, am I live?
Yes, you are.
Fantastic. Hello, everyone who is watching. Brad is here. Apologies for the slight technical difficulties. Basically, my headphones just hate Discord and will not work at the same time. So I can transfer it across my PlayStation, but then you can't see me. Sad. But hopefully you got to see my pretty little face just at the start there. Briefly, I'm Brad. I help out with the data side. I've got a spreadsheet that we do every year to kind of top up the nominations. All the judges, we put all their kind of votes into that, and it churns out the winners for the not the winners, sorry, the nominees that then go on as the final six in each category to be voted on both by the judges and by yourselves. Most years I do a bit of a song and dance for all the songs. Again, apologies, life has got in the way a little bit this year. I've just moved into a new apartment, so we haven't quite been able to do that this year. But without further ado, let me take you through the winners for each of the music categories, starting with the best OP. The winner of both the judges and the public vote, both agreeing together, was Oshinoko. Fabulous OP, lovely visuals as well.
Yeah, I was a little surprised it didn't win Crunchyroll's because I felt like it was probably the most popular one of the year. But
Which one won Crunchyrolls?
I think Jujutsu Kaisen won Crunchyroll,
Hmm.
if I remember
Sure.
correctly.
Sure.
Which is fair. But yeah, good choice.
Fabulous. And again, for EDs, we have a joint decision for both judges and public, both agreeing together that the best ED was indeed Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Season 2. I didn't see this one, but I've heard it's very, very good. Wasn't in my list.
It
Mecha
is.
fans, rise up. Mecha fans.
We got this. Yeah, it was really good. It's beautiful. It has a really beautiful like movement section in the middle. It's kind of like hand drawn style. So I was surprised it won the Peoples, but glad to see it.
You love to see. You love it when the judges and the public combine together. Moving on to the insert songs. Different decisions from the judges and public here. The judges' insert song winner was from Bang Dream, It's My Go, Utako Butter. I might have pronounced that wrong. I'm looking at the writing on the page.
Yes.
Utako Butter?
Yes.
There you go. I used to play Bang Dream a lot on mobile, and while I didn't see It's My Go this year, I've always been actually very impressed by the CGI and how it's built up in the Bang Dream series over the last few years. So I'm delighted to see that as one of the winners.
Mhm.
The public winner for insert song was from Frieren, Bliss.
Yeah.
Again, a lovely song.
Mhm. Not surprised there for either. I know our judges really like Bang Dream. I'm a little bummed I didn't get to see it. But a lot of people that hadn't ever seen Bang Dream before really liked this new season. So I probably have to check it out at some point.
And finally, in the music categories, the last one being the overarching soundtrack behind each anime. Again, both a judge and public winner. The winner of the soundtrack category was Frieren,
Mm-hmm.
which has some lovely melodies at all time happening in the background. A thoroughly deserved winner in my eyes. And that is all the music categories. So I'll hand you back across to Kura.
Thank you. Yeah, so pretty good in the music categories overall. I felt like there's pretty good. I mean, we all agreed on a lot, which was nice. And I will say throughout the categories, there's actually a lot of agreements between the judges and the public this year, which doesn't normally happen. So I guess this was a pretty consistent year for everyone. So I'm going to do characters, and we're going to start with Best Protagonist, which was a judges and people's agreement, which was Mau Mau from the Apothecary Diaries. No shock there, very popular character, and enjoyable anytime she is on screen. Okay, for Best Boy, there was a little bit of a difference here. So for the judges, there was a tie, and I will say the second person on the tie is the people's winner. So the judges' winner was Aqua Hoshino first from Oshinoko. And then the other one that was the judges' winner and the people's winner was Stark from Frieren Beyond Journey's End. So those are our two best boys of the year, it seems like. Okay, and best girl was a little bit of a bloodbath this year.
It always is. It always
Always
is.
contested.
It always is. And there was actually a three-way tie for the judges that we had to do a revote on because three winners was a bit much. So our official winner for best girl for the judges is Isaki Maguri from Insomniacs, which is a great character. And the people's winner, I was surprised by, but won with quite a lot of votes, which was Mitsumi Iwakura from Skip and Loafer. Yes, I see some excitement in the chat. So yeah. And then we'll move on to our best parents category. Also some difference between the judges and people. So the judges' choice for best parents was Rei and Kazuki from Buddy Daddies. I know I voted for the Buddy Daddies because I love both of them. And the people's choice was Lloyd and Yor Forger from Spy Family, which is not a surprise at all. Um, so there's that. And then the best cast winner is Skip and Loafer for the judges, and for the people, Freerin, Beyond Journey's End. So yeah, pretty good variety across the characters. And I'm going to pass it over to AZ for our production.
Hi all, this is AJZ, your faithless gift maker. I just came straight from work, so I don't look as best as everyone else does right now in their nice viewing. But I'm going to read off the winners for production categories. And so we'll start off. This year was very highly contested, and I think we all can agree that this is one of the best years in production value. So I'll start with animation. With animation, both the judges and the public agreed that JJK Season 2 was the winner. When going through those production notes, you can clearly see why. So many parts are put into it, and all the fights take so much talent. So, give it up for JJK Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Any commentary on that, Kuro?
The Sukuna fight alone, I think, kind of does it. I don't remember if it was my pick, but if it wasn't because it wasn't the best. Because I think objectively it probably was the best of the year. So yeah.
No, I agree, definitely. Now moving on to background art. We had a lot of really pretty backgrounds for that year, and for the judges, we chose Insomniacs After Dark as our winner. Lots of very tranquil, kind of basically ambient views for that show, and I would say I would agree as well. And for the public, people chose Vinland Saga Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
All that good Norse historical backgrounds for there.
Yeah, I like the Vinland Saga backgrounds quite a lot. They're usually very pretty.
Always nice with the backgrounds as well. You always get a couple of shows that don't really get props for many other things, and it was nice to see shows like Kana of the Great Snow Sea, Hell's Paradise, Fog Hill of the Five Elements, all getting praise in this category as well. So props to them too.
This year's going to be a tough year with Yuru Camp back. But
I should do a poll to see if mountains play a lot of effect in people winning. But
honestly,
yes.
I think they do.
All right. And now for our winners for best use of CGI. For the judges, it was chosen for Bang Dream My Go. If you guys saw any of my production clips for those, you can clearly see how much staging and compositing it takes to move those many models. So, tops off to them. For the People's Choice, it was Trigun Stampede, which, if you've even seen one chase scene in Trigun Stampede, you understand why Steel Orange is killing it in CGI field.
I love that studio so much. They do such great work.
All right. And then now for best character designs. Both the judges and the public agree that Oshinoko has the best character designs. I'm pretty sure mainly for the eyes.
I was gonna
The
say
eyes are
it's
very
the
iconic
eyes.
at this point.
Yeah, the eyes and like the colors, I think, just make it so unique. Very hard not to pick it from this year.
All right. And now for best direction. This is always a tough one because people have different opinions about best direction. But for the judges, we chose Heavenly Delusion, which if you have not watched, avoid spoilers at all costs and try to watch it completely blank. You will see how great the pacing and information feeding is. And then for the People's Choice Award, of course, best direction should go with something that seems pretty acceptable to everyone and presented well, and that was Free Rin.
Yeah, Freerin, just every shot is a screenshot, like picture. Everything looks so good.
Shout out on Heavenly Delusion as well, which was definitely my favourite anime of last year. And AJZ is absolutely bang on in terms of the information feeding and the world building. It does some really fun things with two different stories intertwining together, particularly as you approach the back end of the season. Won't give any spoilers, but it is a really, really cool show, and I thoroughly recommend if you haven't seen it.
Yes. And usually for direction, I think these are some usually are indicators for anime of the season, so it's always good to have good writing. Heavily Delusion, for sure. If you guys are a fan of sci-fi, be sure to check it out. And then, of course, Free Ren. Even as a person like me who needs a bit of more movement to enjoy shows, if I may say, I have to say Free Ren's contemplativeness for it and how they reflect on different issues are very inspiring to watch.
No mechas, cancel Freerun.
Honestly.
Oh God.
No magical girls either. What's the point?
Oh.
I say as I love Freerun, it's my favorite.
I've really enjoyed Freerun as well.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, for what I'm most hyped for usually is Best Fight. Now, if anyone's followed me at all within Kitsu, I'm a big fan of fights and a big one in analyzing fights. And I'm really happy to say that for the judges, for anyone who hasn't seen it before, and also people will know me for stereotypically always asking you to watch Link Click, that Link Click's Mao versus Chen and Chao Ling, it was the winner for the judges. If you are a big fan of kung fu movies or any type of fight scenes that are more technical in their presentation, I highly recommend that one. But of course, the peoples have to adore the long-running winners for many things, Luffy Gear 5.
I was very excited to see One Piece win something, even though One Piece is so popular, you'd think it would. But in our Kitsu community, I feel like it's not as popular, at least. So it's nice to see. Uh, it's really hard not to when Gear 5 broke Crunchyroll for a few hours that night. So yeah, very glad to see that it won.
Yes, as well as one of the things I think is funny about the anime community is that people might not be able to watch all the seasonals as we try to, but if some animation sequence breaks out and everyone just like has to see it, then it eventually becomes people's favorites easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to some people and some of the judges, and they were like, I don't watch One Piece, but I obviously watched clips of Gear 5 because it's literally like the new like Goku Super Saiyan moment. Like it's iconic. So yeah, that's really great to hear. So we're gonna move on to our big ones, anime of the season and anime of the year. I will say almost every anime of the season is an agreed upon winner, which is very interesting. So our winter anime of the season, both the judges and public agree that it is easily Vinland Saga season 2. No shock there. Vinland Saga was so popular, and that season was just phenomenal. The farming arc is very iconic for transitioning the series into Thorfinn's journey to becoming a better person. So it's really lovely. In the spring, also, judges and people agree that Heavenly Delusion was anime of the season for spring. Which I know we just had a lot of hype up for Heavenly Delusion, so good
Love
to hear.
that.
Yeah, good to
Watch
hear.
Heavily Delusion.
Yeah, that we all agreed on that. Summer. So summer was interesting. We had a three-way tie in the judges for what we thought was anime of the season for summer. So after a revote, the winner for summer for judges is a surprising Undead Girl Murder Farce. Was our winner. So good job to that star. I did not get to see that one. I was a link click enjoyer, but definitely the art looked really cool for it. So I can definitely see that being the winner. And the people's choice, of course, was Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 for summer. Hard not to see that as the winner with how popular it was. And the fall, we have another agreed upon winner between the judges and the people, which was Free Run Beyond Journey's End for Anime of the Season in the fall. So all in all, pretty good winners so far. I think we haven't had too many repeats either, for the most part, which is nice to see. So our animes of the year, we're going to start with shorts. So the judges picked Burn the Witch for winning short, and the people picked Pokemon Concierge, which I hadn't seen until I heard about the shorts section, and then I went and watched it, and I really liked it. So glad that the shorts section exists to help me watch things that I didn't know existed. And just to make Nyx happy in my soul, because I know Nyx loves that category.
I do want to give a shout out to the Farmer shorts
Oh
by
yeah.
the mangaka of Fullmetal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
They are very hilarious and very actually educational about things you wouldn't think about as like someone who grew up as a farmer.
I love that. Okay, for film, the judge's choice was Blue Giant, which I've heard nothing but great things about. I have not gotten to see it yet, but this definitely makes me excited to watch it.
It's one of
I definitely need to go see that.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best music-based anime movies right now
Ooh,
out there.
definitely have to see it then. I heard great things on Twitter too. Everybody really enjoyed it. So, for the people, there was a tie for best film of the year between what I would expect, which is Suzume and The Boy and the Heron, which The Boy and the Heron just won an Oscar. Great show.
But of course, they're far more excited about winning the films category of the KitsuAnime Awards
Of
2024
course.
than that Oscar. That's just a bonus, the Oscar.
Miyazaki should be so happy that he's won our award show.
I mean, I feel that they should, because I doubt any of those Oscar judges watched Blue Giant or Suzume.
Wow.
It's true, they probably did not. Ever. Okay, so we're in our last two. Before I get to those, again, just thank you everybody for voting. And I will be posting a list on Kitsu with all of the winners so that people can access that. But so our continuing anime of the year. I love keeping this category. It's one of the things I think sets us apart from other award things because I want us to be able to appreciate season 2's plus and anime that go on throughout the years and give them their own category of appreciation rather than mixing them in with all newer shows, because I feel like that also takes away from some of the newer shows since these continuing ones have a lot more hype around them. And I'd rather us just give them their own thing. So our winner was a judges and people's choice agreed upon winner for continuing anime of the year was Vinland Saga season 2 for the year. Not surprised, just very critically acclaimed. I loved it. I'm pretty sure I voted for it as well. So great choice all around. And anime of the year, the big one. We did differentiate again this year. I don't think there has been a year where the judges and people did agree on the anime of the year. Our judges' winner for anime of the year was Heavenly Delusion, which
Love
great
it.
to hear. Yeah. Definitely great that it gets its praise. And the people's winner for anime of the year was Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Again, no surprise there. Very deserving, both series. I think it's nice that we got a good mix for that. So, yeah. Any comments? Anything to add?
I mean, certainly on continuing anime of the year, there were some surprising, hitters kind of this year. When you reflect back, we've had Mushoku Tensei, Spy X Family season 2, even My Hero Academia season 6. If anyone is actually still watching that, I am, and I'm looking forward to season 7. but also on Anime of the Year, I think a couple of shout outs just again to shows that have been very, very good and maybe haven't quite hit the public consciousness as hard as Frieren. Oshinoko obviously was up there, but I think Pluto, it was really cool to see nominations for Pluto, Insomniacs, and Apothecary Diaries,
Yes.
all of which were doing really interesting things in their own ways.
Yes, I agree. Especially, I'm a huge Apothecary Diaries fan. I just love Mao Mao, which I'm glad to see she won protagonist, as she deserves. Little bummed that my judges didn't appreciate Jinshi the way that they should. But
Oof.
either way, yeah, I agree. Definitely highlight some of those series and continuing as well. Like AJZ mentioned, Link Click, phenomenal season this year. Jujutsu Kaisen obviously was phenomenal this year. One Piece had a great year. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones too. So, yeah, all around great year for anime. Anything we're excited for this upcoming year's year of anime?
Oof. I mean, Konosuba is already looking pretty good. I can't lie to people. It's like wrapping yourself up in a nice cozy blanket, getting into Konosuba season 3.
Mhm.
Love that. Trying to think what else is coming out this season. I mean, a bit of a shout out to My Hero Academia season 7. Now that might be slightly too far down the line for some people now, but it is starting to hit some really, tasty arcs of the manga now. So really looking forward to watching that as well myself.
I'm definitely most excited. Hibiki Euphonium season 3
Oh,
is coming out in like
yes.
a couple days. They leaked.
Hmm.
They actually leaked 2 of the episodes off of Crunchyroll.
Oof.
There was a leaker, but I'm not watching it until it's on Crunchyroll.
I'm gonna show my age by saying Spice and Wolf is back.
Spice and Wolf is
Oh,
back.
yes. Yes.
That's definitely another exciting one. Biggest announcement for me of the year, which they just dropped August this year, Kimi ni Tadaki season 3. That is where I get my name
Ooh.
from. That
Classic
is
JoJo,
my
man.
brand. Yep, Koronuma, that is my brand. So I'm so excited for that as well. And I also want to shout out, there's some good romance shoujo coming out this year. A Sign of Affection just finished. That was lovely. A Condition Called Love airing this season. I have not read that one yet, actually, but I do know that a lot of people enjoy it. It looks cute, so excited to watch that as well. So yeah, anything else we want to add?
Other than just again, massive thank yous to everyone for taking part. Obviously, I know that a lot of judges put a lot of time into thinking about this and going through all the different categories. And when you add up all the categories and potentially putting 6 nominations, I mean, we're talking like potentially like 120 nominations each judge is putting in, and it's clear people have thought about it and taken their time. So I just want to give a big shout out to every judge who's taken part this year and any year that they take part, just for the amount of time and thought they put into it. I always really appreciate you guys and
I
girls.
I agree. Definitely love, and in our server we have people tracking throughout the year their favorite things and constantly posting, and it's really nice that everyone just puts so much thought into their nominees. Makes it feel like it's worth it every year. Um, so yeah, thank you everyone. I think with that we will end the stream. So thank you for the few of you that tuned in, and I'll post everything on Kitsu after, so those that missed it can come peep and see our list. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thanks all.